Alright guys, we're here in Fort Jesus, Mombasa, and we're checking out this old fort, which has a history of Portuguese occupation, Arab occupation in the East African coast of Kenya. And also we had slaves here.
So this is the map of Fort Jesus. This is like an aerial view of Fort Jesus itself.
Yeah.
So as you see the design, it says in the shape of a man, which is why they call it Fort Jesus.
Yeah.
You can see the head section, the arm section, and the feet section.
Yeah.
So another reason it was called Fort Jesus is because it was built by the Portuguese in the year 1593. That is 430 years ago. And you see, Portuguese used to travel by the order of Christ. So they believed so much in Christianity. So when they were building this Fort Jesus, it was like a military base. A place where they could fight their enemies.
Yeah.
That is where you're going to notice evidence of cannons, the weapons they used to fight their enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they wanted to control a specific trade. That trade was very expensive. It was called the Indian Ocean trade because they took come with the ships like this. But this is a model, so not a real one. So they used to depend on the winds because there were no engines during that. Another thing about Omani ships, they do not use nails to put together the wood.
Oh, the type.
They use the ropes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And Omani are traders, so a lot of space is beneath.
Oh, for storing
the
stuff.
valuable goods, yes, like ivory, spices, and then they sit on top. So that trade was very expensive, and a lot of nations wanted to control that trade.
Yeah.
Because they had enemies like the Omani Arabs, the Turkish, the Indians. So that is why they built the forts to safeguard their interest.
Wow.
Okay? This place is very old. Like I said, 430 years old. So some places have collapsed. Right now it is under restoration. Yeah. So let us start our journey.
Okay. Wow, this is interesting. A Portuguese fort. So what is it about the passage of the arches?
The passage of arches because there's a lot of arcs.
Yeah.
So one arc, a lot of them is arches.
Okay. Yep.
And by the way, for Jesus wasn't 100% built.
Yeah.
Like 70% it was carved from rocks.
Okay.
The rocks is called coral rocks. This is
this is coral rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So coral is just a natural rock that is found along the coastal area.
Yeah.
So they just came and carved this place. Okay. Yes. So we have this.
Wow.
That is why it has survived for 430 years.
Wow, because it's natural.
Mini caves here.
Oh, mini cave.
No one is claustrophobic.
Oh.
So, like I said, initially it was a rock they carved. So we have this
really
cave
carved it now.
So during the time of the Portuguese, that was in 1593 to 1698, this used to be the ammunition storage. This is where they used to store their weapons.
Oh, the cannon powder.
Yes,
that.
exactly. And later on, you're going to find out the Omani Arabs took over because this place there was a lot of war. So when the Omanis took control, this place was specifically a prison for the slaves. Because remember, there was a slave trade. Yeah. Because in West Africa, they had abolished slave trade. So a lot of slave trade used to happen here along the eastern coast. So they used to be held up here for a short period of time before they could be sold and shipped off to European countries.
So
what years was that?
1840s, 1800s. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
That was the year of the Omani Arabs.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can see there are no windows here.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for these slaves to
run.
survive.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
So it was
ventilation.
like 300 years after this was developed, then it became a dungeon for slaves.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And one more thing, you talked about there's a lot of walls here in Mombasa. That's why it's called Mvita, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mombasa, by the way, is we say the original name was Kisiwa Chamvita, like an island of war.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when the Arabs came, they named it Manbasa.
Okay.
And then I think the British could not pronounce the word. They just call it Mombasa, and it stuck. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So how many people would have been?
There was no specific number. They could just be filled inside here because they could just be held for a short period of time and be shipped off.
Okay.
And remember, slaves do not have rights. So just in case they died, there was no proper burial.
Oh, they just throw them in the
thrown
ocean?
In the ocean, yes.
Wow.
So down there, there's an entrance. That used to be the entrance.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's the entrance.
yeah, in front of the entrance you have the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
So they used to dock the ships in front of there and come through inside. Exactly. And it was also like an easy passage for the slaves to board the ship.
Wow, it's like a door of no return
Yes.
for the fort. Going to our own version of the door of no return here in Mombasa, Kenya. And this faces the Indian Ocean. So they'll bring them here. Whoa. So the ocean is down there. I can see it. See the water? Wow. Wow, this is cool. Look at that. Look at that.
So all of this is coral stone.
Coral stone just
Until you
carved.
get high and then you see brick.
Yeah. So they had to carve it from all of this is coral. So it's a fort that is carved out of coral.
Yeah.
Wow. This is different from the forts in Ghana.
Yeah, because they were built.
They're built bricks and
Yeah.
bricks and mortar. That's a workout.
Yes? Yeah. There's 2.5 hectares.
2.5 hectares.
Old Port Jesus lies.
Wow. Oh yeah. Gosh. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Wow. So cool.
This is Mazrui Hall. Have you ever heard of the name Mazrui?
Yeah.
Ali Mazrui?
Ali Mazrui.
Yeah, that was a professor of the court. Now the great-great-grandfather used to be a leader in Mombasa during those days. You're going to find out when the Omani Arabs have taken the Fort Jesus away from the Portuguese, and the Omanis left in charge a family that ruled Mombasa on behalf of them. That was the Mazrui family. It is like a dynasty family. Still recognized.
Yeah, that's
still
funny.
today. So this place, they used to sit around here. It was like a baraza. Baraza is like a Swahili word where people come together, make agreements, any conflict in the community, they used to solve them from here. So they used to sit here, like the illustration there. So the head of the family used to sit at the center. His name was Al Mazrui. And possibly these are the different judges, treasurers from the family. And you can see on this page, these are the British.
The British.
The British came here in 1824 and they found the Mazrui in charge. So they wanted safe passage along Mombasa. So these were the guys to talk to. So that treaty happened in this room.
In this room.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So these guys helped Mazrui with weapons and this one helped them with safe passage around Mombasa. Okay. Yeah.
So,
and you can notice people sitting down here because these are the commoners. Commoners are people that don't have any positions in the government. They used to sit down, listening to the people at the top. These are the weapons, the guns what they used during those days, the Omanis. You can see it is wooden, and it has a 1 meter rod. It's like a shotgun. And the bullets were much bigger and used to tie them around your waist like a belt.
Wow.
And it was totally manual. If you shoot, you have to reload. On this section, we have the other weapons. These are the swords.
the sword.
Exactly. And these are the hats, protection of the head. So it is made of copper. Copper is it's a metal and it does not rust. That is why it is suitable for weapons.
So is there a reason why these hats, they look kind of small?
It used to protect the head only.
Just the top of the head.
They don't protect the whole face. Exactly. Okay. And these are the daggers.
The daggers, okay.
Or knives. They used to call it kanjar in Arabic. And they are not carved.
Yeah.
They're only straight.
Oh, they're straight.
Yes.
But what about that carve then?
The carvedness is for easy removal. Of
Oh,
the soil,
removal.
Yes.
Oh.
Doesn't disturb.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Just strip and disturb the person.
Wow.
And these Arabs, they mostly identify themselves with floral patterns. You can see them on their weapons. Yeah. Also the sword it has one.
Yeah.
Even if you're keen on the
gun.
it is there. Also on their doors, even for the women, decorations, hinas. Yeah. Even the writing itself, Arabic, looks like floral pattern. Yeah.
All around the top
Yes.
Wow.
and on the ceilings.
So they mostly identify themselves with floral patterns.
Yeah.
So on this section, we're not going to much dwell on it.
Yeah.
But they are captain houses.
Okay.
This is where the captains used to sleep.
Okay.
Exactly. There was a famous captain. His name was Captain Matthew. Used to reside here. It used to be a floor by the way here, so it collapsed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can take a look at it. This is where we came to.
Oh, we came through here.
Yes, so there used to be an entrance here.
So you said there was a floor here.
Yes, there used to be a floor. You can see there is like
yeah. And you
Oh,
said
it
the
collapsed.
captains would sleep here.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Was he a British captain?
No,
or?
no, Portuguese
captain.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was in charge of the soldiers that used to be here.
So okay.
They're just going to go back to where we came from.
So was all of this also?
Yes, and it had roofs, so don't worry right now how it looks like.
Oh, just over roof. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a house.
Okay.
So on top of there, that is the gun platform where you're not going to go. Also.
Okay.
Yes. Gun platform, they used to put the cannons to face outside.
Yeah.
Okay, because just in front there we have the ocean.
Yeah.
You're going to
And
see
how
it.
about
Oh, you guys.
is that more of the
Here,
this side?
this is another section. You can see the steps.
Yeah.
There they used to have an entrance.
Okay.
Because the other entrance it was to bring in the guns ammunition. But here it was only for medicine and food. Okay, yes.
Okay.
But when the British came, they came and blocked it.
Oh,
Because,
to trap people now.
yes, and actually British, they never came for the trade. They came to colonize Kenyans. And when you're colonizing someone, there are those who are going to resist.
Yeah.
So different like buildings were converted into prisons.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, so we only have one entrance. Exactly.
Wow, this is interesting. Yeah.
Portuguese are not artists, so don't worry about the drawings.
Yeah, this is just our own exhibition, right?
Actually, it was a drawing drawn by the Portuguese.
Oh, they did it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, in the 1697, 320 years ago. So we call this section Portuguese wall paintings because they were drawn by the Portuguese, probably the soldiers or the sailors that used to be here. So they were trapped actually. When the Omanis came, they used a certain strategy whereby they defeated this Portuguese. So they put this Portuguese under siege. Under siege is there where they can trap you in a certain house, and if you try to get out, you're going to get killed. Okay, so the Omanis surrounded the whole of Fort Jesus from the outside. Okay, for 2 years. So imagine you're being trapped for 2 years, no food, if you get sick, no medicine, so you die. So this guy is dead from starvation and lack of medicine. So they are trying to tell us about their life. And Portuguese are sea traveling people.
Yeah.
You can notice the Kina Vasco da Gama, Henry the Navigator, those guys are Portuguese. They used to travel a lot by sea.
Yeah.
That is why you can notice there's a lot of drawings of ships.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing, Portuguese were Christians. They believe so much in Christianity. You can see different buildings have the crosses on them. Yeah. So on this section is a drawing of a rat.
Oh, the rat, yeah.
Yes. Because Portuguese started eating wild rats that they found in the fort for survival.
Oh,
okay. And that is why a lot of rats brought the plague. That is what killed them. Okay. Diseases.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. And they could not get medicine.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those anywhere?
No, you don't?
In Zanzibar. So this one we're going to find them in Zanzibar, Mombasa, Lamu, and probably Malindi. These those are called the Omani blocks. In this town, you're going to find out the Omani settlers. So we have a specific way we make them those. always clean-shaped. Okay, and they have the floral patterns. Remember when I was telling you about the floral patterns with the almonds? And another thing, they have the Arabic inscription. Not all of them, just some of them. And then we have these spikes. These ones are for protection. Because remember, during those days, it was during the war times. So in case someone wanted to enter your house forcefully, this used to prevent them because it used to pierce them. Okay, that is why they are sharp. But nowadays, they still practice this culture, but for decoration. Okay. So when you walk here in Old Town, a lot of doors you're going to find here. So let us enter where they used to cook, the kitchen. They used to cook here. Right now it's a gift shop, so they sell these products. So they used to put their firewood here, the pot, and then this is the chimney. It's closed right now, where the smoke comes out. Yeah. So the whole building was a kitchen. And so the fireplace. Yeah, there's a nice view. So just stand quickly. So very good. Watchtower, purpose of a watchtower, the guard stands on top, notices if enemies are coming. You can go up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Just climb on top.
Climb it.
Here, I will clap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Wow, that is nice. There's a big crow here. Okay, guys, think museums. We're here in Fort Jesus, Mombasa, Kenya.
They are big round balls. They are called canon balls.
Cannon balls,
Yeah. So the cannon balls, you load them from the front side, you can roll over until this section here. So the whole of this is the gunpowder chamber. They used to fill it with gunpowder inside here. So and then you attach a string. So once you light it, it burns the string and reaches the cannon powder. The gunpowder, sorry. So gunpowder is very reactive with fire. It explodes, forcing out the cannon ball. So and you notice
the walls.
The walls are very thick because the enemy used to fire back.
Okay.
So it was very hard for the enemy weapons to
Like
penetrate.
2 feet?
Yes.
2 feet thick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when you notice the walls, they have small openings. They're facing downwards. They're like V-shaped, facing downwards. Because the soldiers that had guns, it is easy to shoot someone that is down.
Oh, like, okay.
But the one that is down cannot shoot
Or
back.
you can put your whole
Straight. Now that is for straight. Very strategic.
That's interesting.
Very smart doing this.
Yeah.
We are in the one of the arms, so that is the head. So
oh, that's the head.
This is like the right arm.
But the head is being reconstructed.
Yes.
It's an old building.
Exactly, you can say that. See, we try to conserve the place because look at the top of this wall. This is cement. Okay?
Oh, yeah, that's
maybe when it rains, the withering.
That cool looking lizard is very colorful.
This is another view. Yes.
Dancers down there.
The Swahili port. So this is another view of the ocean. You can notice like 300 meters from here in Fort Jesus, you have the Old Port, the first port of Kenya. So during those days, different ships coming from different nations had to pass through here. Okay, going to Old Port to do the trade. So it was a must. Maybe the Portuguese will tax them. Had valuable goods. They were the first people to acquire them. So when you look at the ocean, there is a pillar there, one pillar, and another one there. Those are lighthouses.
Okay.
They are as old as this place.
Oh, they're old as
Wow.
Yes. So they used to direct the ship to enter the port. Okay. But nowadays we have the new port. It's called Kilindini Harbour. The refineries. So you put your knees inside here, and then you attach a long stick. So when you rotate it, it grinds. Powder. This one was for spices, but for the Arabs. And then on the back side, those are traditional mortar and pestle.
Yeah. Remember they said the Chinese they started trading a long time ago. The Chinese, they started trading here a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, right?
I want to sit on this count. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Oh, look inside.
This section here is an artifact that were collected much earlier from 9th century to 18th century. But the ones that are here, these are from the 19th century.
Okay.
So what I say for me, this is the interesting part.
All right.
Because most of the things here are broken. Yes, more than 800 years old.
And there's some of them still intact.
Wow, I like this drum.
Yeah, for communication, not telephones during those days.
Yep.
This one was for the Swahili.
Yeah.
So it was a desk of communication,
Yeah.
different sounds. This one was for the African local people around who used to travel like this.
Yeah, you see a lot of Chinese stuff.
Yeah, Chinese stuff.
Chinese were long distance traders during those days. It's a stamp. These are cowrie shells. This used to be currency during those days. Do you remember barter trade?
Yep.
You give me rice, I give you beans. So after the barter trade came the cowrie shells, where like 3 pieces of cowrie shells could buy a bag of rice. And the value depended on how much, like how difficult you could find a shell.
The shell.
That was the value of it. So in this gallery,
Yeah.
we call it Baluchi gallery.
Yeah.
Baluchi is a community
Yeah.
today in Kenya. They came from modern day today, it's called Pakistan, Iran and Afghanistan. So they come from that part. So during those days, they were warriors. They were hired by the Omani Arabs. So this is how they used to dress like. Yeah, they were like mercenaries.
Oh, the mercenaries, they came here for.
Yes.
Okay.
So when they defeated the Portuguese,
Yeah.
they were rewarded with land here in Mombasa.
Oh, okay.
So it still exists in Mombasa. There's a place called Makadara.
Oh, Makadara, yeah, right, yeah.
You find a lot of Baluchi people.
Ah.
Yes. Okay. So this gallery is dedicated to them.
Yeah.
So they came from a country known as Baluchi. It doesn't exist right now. Taken by Iran, half of it, Pakistan, a half of it, and Afghanistan, the northern part. So the Oman hired them. Okay, so they came together to fight the Portuguese.
Wow.
Read about them.
They must have been ruthless.
Yeah, they are known to be hostile
Yeah.
and fierce.
Yeah.
These are their women when they are getting married. This
Yeah.
is their dress code. This is how they used to dress. You see, they look like Indians.
Yeah.
Because Pakistan borders India, so most of the time they attire.
Yeah.
The children's attire are in that section. These are just casual clothes.
Yeah.
This is not a scarecrow, by the way.
Yeah.
This is one of the foods they like to eat was sheep meat. Okay? So the skin that remains, they used to make clothes
Oh, clothes
to cover
out of it.
themselves during the winter season.
Yeah.
So this is wool.
Okay.
Their leaders, it's a community today.
Oh, in Mombasa. Wow.
So these were like homesteads, or?
This used to be a building, it was a church.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is where the
Okay.
Portuguese used to pray. But the coming of the Omanis, they came and destroyed it because any influence of Christianity was wiped out in Mombasa. So even until today, you're going to notice the religion that is in Mombasa is Islam, the majority.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a new building, right?
This is the 1960s?
Oh, this is 90s.
Yes, yes, this one. This one is more recently compared to the history that is here.
Okay.
Which
And
is 430 years
Yes.
old. Yeah.
I think you know what that
Oh,
is.
okay.
That's
Exactly.
an old school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
One
an old.
smaller ship or a dhow.
Yeah. Wow. Omani sank a well after that. Oh, wow.
So, I said earlier, or maybe you just look at the well. This well was dug by the Omanis in 1688. Very deep.
Wow, that's deep.
This is like 23 meters, and it is very salty.
Oh, the other soldier.
Yeah, and we still use this water until today. You can notice the plastic pipe there.
Oh, yeah.
Plastic because the salt water corrodes iron. Yeah, so you use plastic pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so
I
it's-
forget, I think, yeah.
So you're going to find out Portuguese are Christians, like I said.
Yeah.
So when they came in Mombasa, the local people were already Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are not able to correlate.
Yeah.
So resources like water, these Portuguese were not able to access. So
Ah.
these guys came and built for themselves a tank. You see this structure right
Yeah,
here?
this thing,
This is a Portuguese tank. So they used to collect fresh water from rain.
Brain.
Okay.
So the rooftops already directed water to pour inside there. But after the siege, the Omanis suspected that this tank had been poisoned.
Yeah.
So they came and dug for themselves.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah. That is why they dug this.
yeah. They're like,
But unfortunately, they found salt water, so
Yeah.
it was not for drinking.
Yeah.
Only washing clothes and taking a bath.
wow. So the Omanis took this fort. And
Yes.
So I'm a little confused on the timeline. You said the Omanis took over in like mid 1800s?
From 1593 to 1698, that was the reign of the Portuguese. That is like 105 years.
Okay.
Yes. After 1698 now to 1895, that is the Oman ruled Mombasa.
Okay.
Exactly. Now in 1895, now we have the British.
Got it.
And then we got our independence.
Okay.
So we
Fighting
see in
over each other.
now in 1698 to around the 1840s, we're going to find the Mazrui were no longer in charge. They came another family from Oman. It was called the Al Busaidi family. Ever heard of Sultan Said Said? Yes, that is the Sultan that took over Mombasa now. Exactly. So there was a skeleton that was discovered here in the year 1990 by the Kenyan Archaeologists, but they were trying to determine which person this was because there are only two nations that live here, the Portuguese and the Arabs. So as you look at this person, the way he was discovered, his arms were found together. You can see the arms and also the feet were also together. So this is a Christian burial.
Okay.
The only Christians that lived in Mombasa are in Fort Jesus were the Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the Arabs are Muslims and Muslims bury their people hands straight, sideways facing Mecca. Do you know Mecca, the holy land of the Muslim? So Mecca is in the north of Mombasa, but this person is facing the west side.
Like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
the west, so it cannot be an Arab person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but just a spoiler, this guy is this is a replica.
A big fish.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Now another guess, you said dinosaur, fish, it's not a fish, but it's
A
found in
whale.
water. Nice, a whale. The biggest animal in the world, not an elephant, a whale.
Wow.
That is huge.
So that is the head, skull, and then we have the spine or the backbone, and then we have the ribs, those bones that are coming
Wow.
down. Yeah. And whales are mammals. They breastfeed, they give birth.
Yeah. So not a fish.
Fish lay eggs.
Fish-ish, but not a
Yeah.
fish.
Looks like a fish. And something about this well, this one was discovered in 1992. And the reason of it dying, no one knows. It just washed up
just,
into shore. It was found in a place called Tana River County, just a small town called Kipini. Yeah, so it had washed up. So first of
Oh,
all,
that is far away.
yes,
Wow.
north of Mombasa.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
these guys that were there, the local people, were amazed because these creatures are only found in deep sea.
yeah.
Exactly. So they had to involve the government. And the government came, they transported it from the shores, they brought it to dry land, and it took 9 hours. So you can imagine how big this thing is. So first of all, they buried it for decomposition, and then they boiled it into preservation. The otherwise it will have rotten.
Okay.
And this is a young fish. Sorry, no, not a fish. A young whale. Nice.
See, I messed you up.
Yeah. It's a young whale, about 18 to 24 years.
Okay, yeah, it's not as big as the...
An adult, because they can live up to 45 to 100 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if you want more pictures and information about them, are here.
Wow, look at that. It was a humpback.
Yeah, humpback. The biggest is the blue whale.
Yeah.
Wow, these lizards are pretty cool, man. They're like polka dotted.
Oh, the lizard?
Yeah, they camouflage real good. Yeah, polka dots.
Well, they used to have a lot of crows here. Nowadays they're gone.
Yeah. There's only a few that are.
I don't think whales are hostel. No? I think
Yeah, they're not very awesome.
they're only hostel when they have a young one. Yes. The only whales that are known to be hostel are the orca whales. They're called killer whales.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
We're about to enter Omani house.
Yeah.
We're going to see the history about the Omani. So they used to come with the ships like this. This is a model, not a real one. So they used to be Omani are famously known for the spices, the spice trade, yes. Different spices. Even today in Mombasa, we all there's different foods that we do spices.
Oh, that's one like it's called pili manga.
They also traded in ivory, elephant tusks, rhinos, and that is the Quran. Quran is the religious scripture. In this section, we have the leaders. The leaders, their title is called sultans. The sultans. So the famous Sultan Said Said, the picture is here. And it was a family. When the father dies, the first son takes over. That is where we have one name, Al-Musaidi and Musaidi. Yeah. So when you go after Mombasa, there's a place called Sultan Hamid. Yeah, it was named after this Sultan, Sultan Said Hamid. Because he was the only Sultan that did trade in the interior parts of Kenya. The other ones concentrated on the coastal area. Okay, So the reign continues until this day. This is the current Sultan that is living in Omani today. So this guy here died in 2020, Sultan Qaboos bin Said, but he did not have any sons. Okay, so he could not inherit, so he gave it to the cousin.
Oh, the cousin.
Yes. On this section, we have the weapons like you saw in Mazrui, so you have an idea about it.
About them.
Yeah. Full set for a soldier. On the back side, we have the coins and the stamps. Okay, use during those days.
Wow.
Now, on this section, these are the dress code for the women, Omani women. A lot of jewelry from gold to silver. That is not really gold. So if you're ever planning to visit Oman, everything that you're seeing here, this is the modern part. Because these are just things that you can just see them in the internet. They practice greenhouse farming because most of Oman is a desert. It's a desert country. Okay, this is the council of Oman in Muscat. Muscat is the capital city. So that's just like a parliament. International airport, the health sector, they have advanced equipment, the road network, the medicine, the port, the industry. These are just one of these.
So what was the role of the Omanis in the development of Swahili? Of the language Kiswahili?
By the Swahili is an intermarriage between the Omans and the local people. They form the Swahili people and they speak Kiswahili. Kiswahili is the language. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's how the Portuguese got embedded in all these different languages.
Yep.
Okay.
want to take a look at the road?
Oh, the road. Yeah. Wow. Oh, kids are playing soccer there. So it's funny, this way is called an island, Mombasa is an island, because this water goes around it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why you get in using a ferry for a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole of those sections, those are old stone.
Yeah.
So this wall that is here, the white wall of across the road, that is the Mazrui Hall here. So any person from that dynasty used to be buried here.
Okay guys, we're here in Fort Jesus and we're checking a lot of cool stuff about Mombasa and the influence of the Portuguese and the Omani in the east coast of Africa. And this brings to how the language Swahili came about. So you're looking at this old fort that was built by the Portuguese out of coral.
Also, this one is deep, but 17 meters.
Oh wow!
And it is empty right now. Maybe
Oh, that's the tank, right?
yes,
But
you
this
can.
is like a cistern.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's correct word. You can just shout. Maybe say hello. You can see the echo.
Hi, hello. Wow.
See the echo because it's a tank, it's like a hollow.
Yeah.
This is what we have in the Caribbean, cisterns. We have to collect rainwater.
Yeah.
From nice.
Yeah.
So you,
Wow.
And if you run out, then you gotta have a tank come and bring you water.
I don't think it will run out because or it depends on the number of people using.
Oh, so there's a lot of water down there, right?
Right now it's empty.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
But it held a lot, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, they're gonna show you that.
Yes, it's called a light show, light and sound show. So it just projects the history about the fort, how it used to be, like a cinema. You see, that's a big project.
Nice.
The
On
light
the
show
wall?
with fireworks, on the wall. Fireworks and everything.
So what time is it starting?
Yes, around 7:56.
7 or 6?
Yeah.
So 7 or
In
6.
the evening.
Yeah, in
What time is this? 5?
We see the canon.
Wow.
You want to try and catch it?
Try that.
No, not catch it. I'll hold it. Oh, yeah.
Can I lift your hand?
No, you should do 2 hands.
Oh, you sure?
There's a lot. Yeah, you're a man. It's no big deal for you.
I should be coming out for
This is
it.
what
Wow.
used to come out with force now,
Yeah.
you can imagine.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And remember,
I
the
mean, what
ships
is
were
that,
wooden.
like 40 pounds?
I don't know in pounds, but 50 kgs.
Okay. That's like how much our dog Brownie weighs.
So you
Yeah.
load them inside, fill in gunpowder, light
And
it.
I let it blow.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
remember,
that,
the ships were wooden, so it damages them.
Yeah, it hits
water
them.
enters this
Yeah.
thing. And the survivors used to sink. So remember, I explained the V-shape.
Oh, so the
Either way,
shot.
you have to
so they're
die.
Yeah.
killing the survivors. Yeah.
Either way, you have to die.
Wow. That's a lot.
So, basically, we are done with it.
Done.